Hey guys, it's Jenstine, and today's video is very special because it is the first video in our new series called Dear Jenstine. Jen and I get a lot of messages about how our videos help with real life problems, and messages asking for advice about school, friends, and anything about life. So in this series, we will be answering your questions and reading your stories. Also, before this video starts, make sure to check out our newest Roblox hair with beautiful blonde side waves at jenstine.com/blonde. May asks, Dear Jenstine, how do you manage school and YouTube at the same time? So that's a really good question, and I'd say there isn't a straightforward, clear-cut answer to this. So I think this answer applies for anything you're trying to balance, like school and blank. So I personally think that the best way to tackle this is that whenever you're doing one activity, focus on that one activity and don't try to multitask. For example, if you're balancing school and YouTube, focus on school during your morning and afternoon hours when you have to attend class, and then be really productive then, and then in your later afternoon and night times, that's when you should focus on YouTube. Because for example, if you try to edit videos during class, like that really, it makes it so much more inefficient. During school, I'd always find that there'd be like 10 or 15 minutes at the end of some classes where people would just sit around and do nothing. You know what classes I'm talking about. But as a result of that, I'd be like, okay, let me see if I can finish my math homework in this time period. And because I time myself, I actually am a lot more productive than when I'm at home and I'm all lazy and I'm like, I don't really feel like doing homework right now. And because of that, a lot of my friends would see Jen and I and be like, wait, why are you doing homework all the time? Why aren't you doing it at home? And it's kind of like, oh, you know, when I get home, I want to be making music videos, I want to be writing stories, not doing what I could be doing in school, you know. Abby asks, Dear Jenstine, I have just started grade 6 and I have made a lovely group of friends. The problem is, that was in September. I feel like they all hate me. My best friend and I have just grown apart because she decided she wants to be popular, and I feel like I just don't fit in. And for some reason, I feel like there's a rumor going on about me, even though I'm always reassured there isn't. Please help me. Honestly, what you're experiencing is totally normal. This is something that happens to so many people when middle school starts because people start forming new social groups and change. I would recommend for you to not change yourself in a way you don't like just to fit in or be popular. I'm not saying that having people like you is a bad thing, but if you feel like you're doing things that are against your morals and values and could potentially hurt other people, that's a red flag. And to address the second part of your question, in which you said you think there's a rumor going around about you even though you're always reassured that there isn't, I really hope that there isn't a rumor going around about you, but maybe something that could be happening is that you're just overly self-conscious and paranoid about what other people think about you, because I definitely struggled with being self-conscious in middle school, but I later learned that there is a psychological phenomenon known as the spotlight effect, in which you believe other people care more about every little thing you do, every little mistake you make, every little embarrassing trip up, but that really isn't the case since, you know, everyone is the main character of their own life. So I hope that there isn't a rumor going around about you, and I hope it's just a matter of something similar to the spotlight effect. Ava M asks, Dear Jenstine, I have so much schoolwork sometimes and I just want to sit in bed or try to stall, but then it just piles up. What do I do? This sounds like the definition of procrastination. And I think literally everyone has dealt with procrastination in their life, but I personally, I can relate with this on so many levels. There are so many times when I have so much work to do and I just lay down on the couch and I'm like, I really have a lot of stuff to do, but I really don't want to get up from this couch, it's so comfortable. And I found out that when I'm in a situation like that, the hardest part about getting up and going to do the work that I'm supposed to do is the very first part, getting up from that that couch, getting out of bed, because once you really like start moving up and you like move towards your work, like everything kind of flows more naturally, and that's the hardest mental barrier to get across. Similarly, if you're trying to do work, you should maybe say like, okay, I'll only do this for like 10 minutes. And then I feel like once you get into the flow of doing homework, it gets harder to stop because you're like, oh wait, like I'm in the middle of a problem. So I'd say just pushing yourself to start and being like, okay, I'm only gonna do it for 10 minutes and reward yourself afterwards potentially. For example, a lot of times they'd be like, okay, if I finish this all before dinner, I can watch a movie after dinner. So set rewards and just push yourself to start, and everything else flows naturally after that. Okay, next question. Up, Boba, aka Belle, aka the ukulele goddess in the Discord server, asks, I've been going through a lot of stress lately with school and some of my relationships with my friends. What is your advice to become a better person and grow confidence in myself? I think self-confidence and bettering yourself as a person go hand in hand, and for me, getting rid of negative distractions and being able to focus on my passions and things that made me happier made me a much better person. So for example, I'd go make videos or talk to people in the Discord server and then immediately feel better afterwards versus when I used to go on Instagram and I opened it up and I felt a lot worse. I think looking into self-improvement can really help, and things like setting new habits can make a drastic difference, especially because it's the new year and everyone is thinking of resolutions. I encourage you to make a goal to break a bad habit, like reduce your screen time or fix your sleep schedule, and replace that bad habit with a better one, like reading every day. And this goes for any area of life. So if you want to improve your studies, make a goal to participate in every class, or if you want to improve your friendships, make a goal to directly reach out to the people you care about, and it will make a huge difference when you focus on actively engaging yourself in the goal that you want to achieve. Also, don't compare yourself with others because you never know what their story is. So overall, I think removing negative distractions and focusing on things you genuinely enjoy will make yourself a much happier and better person. Penelope asks, what qualities do real friends have? How many chances should I give to a friend? For instance, if they keep doing a mistake, what's the maximum amount they should do? So I think the difference between a fake friend and a real friend is seeing how they react to you doing well. For example, if something good happens in your life, like you get a really good grade on a test, will that friend be happy for you? Or will they be jealous and not want to really talk to you about you doing well? And at the same time, do you feel the same way back? Are you happy for your friends' successes? And are you with them in their low moments too? And I don't think there is a magic specific number of chances you should give to a friend, but I honestly feel like, especially if you've maybe talked to them about the fact that what they're doing is sort of making you feel upset, it's sort of a red flag if they kind of listen to you, but they don't really care about what you said and they keep doing it again. Bunny asks, what are the best ways to cope with online school? My eyesight has gotten like a lot worse since school started. Yeah, I think so many people can relate to this one because so many of us have online school now. And I'd say that for me, what has really helped was getting blue light glasses. Like, I can't believe I lived most of my life without blue light glasses. I don't know if it's the placebo effect or anything, but I feel like when I wear blue light glasses, it makes my eye strain a lot better. Like my eyes don't hurt as much anymore. And I also know that people give the 20-20-20 rule, which is basically like every 20 minutes you should stare at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. And that is a really, really good thing to follow. But sometimes I feel like when you're immersed in your work, it's difficult to follow that. But blue light glasses are definitely very good. Have night light or like night filter, have dark mode on. And this is not only for your eyesight, but also for your mental health. But really try to find something away from the screen that you can do. So for example, because of a lot of people in my Discord server, I've been recently learning how to play the ukulele and just reading more books and instead of staring at a screen. Yeah, so finding things like that, you know, it's also really good to pick up new skills and hobbies, but because of that, you're also giving yourself time to look away from the screen. And that's it for the first episode of Dear Jenstine. I really appreciated everyone who submitted their questions, and I really hope you enjoyed listening to it. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and bye!